The Haunting of Ravens Hollow. In the small town of Ravens Hollow, Officer James Thornton patrolled the quiet streets. One foggy night, he received a call about strange occurrences at the abandoned Blackwood mansion. As he approached, the air grew colder and shadows danced ominously. Upon entering, Officer Thornton heard faint whispers and footsteps echoing through the dark halls. His flashlight flickered as he ascended the creaky staircase. Suddenly, a chilling breeze enveloped him, extinguishing the light. Whispers turned into eerie laughter. Undeterred, Thornton pressed on. In an old study, he discovered an ancient journal revealing the mansion's grim history. It spoke of a cursed family, vanishing without a trace. As he read, the room temperature plummeted, and the words, "Leave now," manifested on the dusty window. Ignoring the warning, Thornton continued deeper into the mansion. In the basement, he encountered an otherworldly presence. Ghostly figures emerged, reenacting a tragic family dinner. Frozen in fear, Thornton witnessed the spectral drama. Desperation filled the air as the ghosts pleaded for release. A mysterious force propelled him back upstairs. The mansion's energy intensified, and the walls seemed to close in. Thornton, determined to break the curse, found an old locket. A voice echoed, "Set us free." In a daring act, he ventured into the hidden chapel, the epicenter of the curse. The atmosphere thickened, and ethereal voices surrounded him. With trembling hands, Thornton placed the locket on an altar. A blinding light engulfed the room. As the light subsided, the mansion fell silent. Thornton, drained but alive, emerged into the night. The once abandoned Blackwood mansion stood peacefully, its paranormal past laid to rest. Officer James Thornton, a reluctant ghostbuster, continued to patrol Ravens Hollow, forever changed by that harrowing night. Months passed, and Officer Thornton couldn't shake the memories of that fateful night. Strange occurrences lingered in Ravens Hollow, though not as ominous as before. Whispers of gratitude echoed in the wind, a spectral acknowledgement of Thornton's courage. One evening, a distressed family moved into the renovated Blackwood mansion. Despite Thornton's warnings, they dismissed the tales as local folklore. Curiosity led them to explore hidden chambers, awakening residual energies. Unexplained phenomena returned, and the family found themselves trapped in a spectral reenactment. Unable to ignore the unfolding nightmare, Officer Thornton revisited the mansion. The locket, now an emblem of his connection to the paranormal, resonated with energy. As he ventured into the heart of the disturbance, memories intertwined with spectral visions. Guided by an unseen force, Thornton discovered a forgotten family secret, the key to breaking the cycle. In a courageous act, he confronted the spirits, reliving their pain and offering solace. The family, now aware of the mansion's history, joined forces to mend the lingering wounds. Together, they performed a ritual to release the trapped souls. The mansion's atmosphere shifted, and a tranquil aura settled over Ravens Hollow. The once cursed estate became a symbol of redemption. Officer Thornton, having forged an unlikely alliance between the living and the dead, continued his patrols with newfound purpose. Ravens Hollow, once a town haunted by tragedy, became a beacon of resilience, a testament to the unyielding spirit that can conquer even the most chilling specters. Whispers in the shadows. In the quiet town of Elkridge, Officer Emily Turner received reports of eerie occurrences at the abandoned Elkridge Asylum. Ignoring the skepticism of her colleagues, she decided to investigate the unsettling rumors surrounding the decaying institution. As Officer Turner ventured into the asylum's desolate halls, the air grew thick with an oppressive energy. Dim lights flickered, casting long, distorted shadows on the peeling walls. Unsettling whispers echoed through the empty corridors, telling tales of tortured souls. Months passed, and Elkridge settled into an uneasy calm. Officer Emily Turner, though hailed as a local hero, couldn't escape the lingering sense that something still lingered in the town's shadows. Whispers of gratitude from the spirits she had freed intertwined with a subtle warning, a reminder that the paranormal could be a persistent force. One foggy night, reports of strange occurrences surfaced again. Residents claimed to hear disembodied whispers and witnessed shadowy figures in the periphery. Emily, driven by a sense of duty, revisited the asylum site, now believed to be a nexus of supernatural energies. As she descended into the asylum's basement, a familiar chill greeted her. The symbols she thought were banished began to reappear on the walls, glowing ominously. A spectral presence materialized, not malevolent this time, but troubled. The voice spoke of an ancient pact and the delicate balance between the living and the supernatural. Emily realized that her previous actions had disrupted an age-old equilibrium, inadvertently setting a malevolent force free. Now, facing the consequences of her intervention, she sought guidance from the lingering spirits. Through cryptic messages, they revealed a ritual that could restore balance, but its success relied on the cooperation of both worlds. With the town on the brink of supernatural upheaval, Emily gathered a group of trusted individuals, both living and spectral. Together, they performed the intricate ritual, weaving the threads between dimensions. As the ceremony reached its climax, the malevolent force returned, seeking retribution. In a tense confrontation, the entity clashed with the combined forces of the living and the spirits. The balance teetered, and Emily, fueled by the collective determination, recited a newfound incantation that sealed the malevolent force without banishing it entirely. A compromise that allowed the town and the supernatural realm to coexist. Elkridge, now intricately linked with the paranormal, embraced its unique identity. Officer Emily Turner became a bridge between the living and the spirits, ensuring that the delicate balance she had helped restore endured. The town, forever marked by its supernatural history, thrived in harmony, the whispers in the shadows now a testament to the enduring resilience of Elkridge. Drawn to a forgotten basement, Emily discovered a series of chilling symbols etched into the walls. The symbols seemed to pulsate with an otherworldly energy. As she traced their intricate patterns, the temperature plummeted and a disembodied voice whispered, "You shouldn't have come." Undeterred, Emily pressed on, guided by an unseen force. Ghostly apparitions materialized, replaying the asylum's grim history. The tortured screams of long-forgotten patients echoed in the darkness, each specter pleading for release from their eternal torment. As she delved deeper, Emily uncovered a hidden chamber where a malevolent force had been sealed away. The walls trembled as the entity sought freedom. The air turned frigid, and a menacing figure emerged from the shadows. It spoke in a sinister tone, recounting the suffering it had endured. Realizing the danger, Officer Turner frantically searched for a way to reseal the malevolent force. A tattered journal revealed an ancient incantation that could restore the barrier. Racing against time, she recited the words, the very air quivering with resistance. As the incantation concluded, a blinding light engulfed the chamber. The malevolent force shrieked in agony, gradually dissipating into the ethereal void. The asylum fell silent, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. Elkridge, once haunted by the echoes of its tormented past, regained a semblance of peace. Officer Emily Turner, forever changed by her encounter with the supernatural, continued to patrol the town, vigilant for any whispers in the shadows that might threaten to resurface. Years passed, and Elkridge became known as a town where the living and the supernatural coexisted in an unusual alliance. Officer Emily Turner, having earned the trust of both realms, continued her patrol duties with a unique perspective. She became a mediator between the living residents and the lingering spirits, ensuring harmony prevailed. The asylum, once a place of dread, transformed into a symbol of unity. A memorial was erected to honor the souls that had endured suffering, acknowledging their place in the town's shared history. Residents, initially hesitant, began to appreciate the spectral presence as a protective force rather than a source of fear. However, Elkridge's equilibrium faced periodic challenges. Unexplained phenomena and occasional disturbances tested the fragile peace. During these times, Emily, guided by the wisdom of the spirits, navigated the delicate balance, preventing the supernatural from overwhelming the mundane. One particularly dark night, a new threat emerged, an ancient entity that sought to exploit the town's connection with the supernatural for its malevolent purposes. Emily, faced with her most formidable challenge, rallied the living and the spirits alike. In a climactic showdown, the townspeople and spectral guardians united against the ancient entity. Emily, armed with the knowledge passed down from generations of spirits, confronted the malevolent force. The battle unfolded across dimensions, and the fate of Elkridge hung in the balance. As the entity faced defeat, it unleashed a final surge of energy, threatening to disrupt the delicate equilibrium. In a selfless act, Emily absorbed the energy, becoming a conduit between worlds. The sacrifice not only saved Elkridge, but also transformed Emily into a guardian spirit, forever bound to the town she had sworn to protect. Elkridge, forever changed by its supernatural legacy, embraced Emily's sacrifice. The town thrived, a beacon of unity between the living and the spectral. Officer Emily Turner, now an ethereal guardian, watched over Elkridge, ensuring that the whispers in the shadows remained a source of strength rather than fear, an enduring testament to the resilience of both the living and the departed. The Midnight Caller. In the city of Evercrest, Officer Alex Bennett patrolled the quiet streets during the graveyard shift. One fateful night, a mysterious call crackled through the police radio. A haunting voice whispered details of crimes yet to occur, each prediction more chilling than the last. As the enigmatic caller accurately foretold a series of gruesome events, Officer Bennett grappled with the unnerving realization that they were dealing with a malevolent force that seemed to know the future. Determined to unravel the mystery, Alex delved into the city's dark history, discovering an unsolved case involving a mysterious cult and a cursed artifact. Haunted by the relentless calls, Alex stumbled upon a long-forgotten underground chamber linked to the cult. Symbols etched into the walls hinted at a supernatural connection, and a foreboding energy permeated the air. The Midnight Caller's predictions grew more personal, revealing Officer Bennett's deepest fears. Driven by a sense of duty and a growing desperation to stop the impending tragedies, Alex sought the help of a local paranormal investigator. Together, they unraveled the connection between the cult's cursed artifact and the malevolent force manipulating time itself. The key to breaking the cycle lay in a forgotten ritual buried in an ancient tomb. As the clock ticked towards midnight, Officer Bennett and the investigator embarked on a perilous journey to perform the ritual. Shadows seemed to dance in their peripheral vision, and the city held its breath as the malevolent force fought back. The final confrontation unfolded in the underground chamber, a battleground where the past and future collided. In a climactic struggle against the unseen entity, Officer Bennett recited the ritual with unwavering determination. The air crackled with energy, and the malevolent force screamed as its influence on time unraveled. The city's fate hung in the balance as reality itself seemed to warp and twist. With a blinding flash, the curse lifted and the calls ceased. The once haunted streets of Evercrest returned to an eerie calm. Officer Alex Bennett, exhausted but triumphant, stood in the underground chamber, realizing that the malevolent force's grip on time had been broken. As dawn broke over Evercrest, the city bore the scars of its supernatural ordeal. Officer Bennett, forever changed by the Midnight Caller's enigmatic predictions, continued patrolling the quiet streets, vigilant for any whispers that might hint at the lingering presence of the paranormal. The echoes of that haunting night lingered in the shadows, a reminder that even in the realm of law enforcement, some mysteries transcended the boundaries of the tangible world. Months passed, and Evercrest gradually returned to a semblance of normalcy. Officer Alex Bennett, however, found himself haunted by the lingering echoes of the Midnight Caller. Sleepless nights were filled with restless dreams, each one a distorted reflection of the malevolent force he had faced. One evening, as Officer Bennett patrolled the city, an anonymous letter arrived at the police station. The cryptic message hinted at a resurgence of the supernatural, a warning that the malevolent force might not be fully vanquished. The letter guided Alex to a long-abandoned mansion on the outskirts of Evercrest, shrouded in an air of ancient dread. Reluctantly, Officer Bennett ventured into the decaying mansion, its halls echoing with the ghostly whispers of the past. Shadows clung to the walls, and a cold breeze carried an ethereal presence. The anonymous letter had led him to a room filled with occult symbols, an ominous gateway to another realm. As Alex delved deeper, the boundary between the living and the supernatural blurred. Visions of the Midnight Caller's haunting predictions played out before him, each scene more surreal than the last. It became apparent that the malevolent force, though weakened, had left a lingering imprint on Evercrest, manifesting in disturbing ways. In a hidden chamber, Officer Bennett uncovered a forgotten relic, an artifact linked to the malevolent force's origins. As he touched the artifact, a surge of paranormal energy coursed through him, revealing fragments of the entity's plan. The malevolent force sought to regain strength by manipulating the fears of the city's inhabitants. Realizing the urgency, Alex sought the guidance of the same paranormal investigator who had aided him before. Together, they deciphered the cryptic messages left by the malevolent force and devised a plan to sever its remaining ties to the city. The final confrontation took place in the heart of the abandoned mansion, where the malevolent force's influence was strongest. Officer Bennett faced surreal visions and spectral manifestations, battling the entity's attempts to exploit his deepest fears. The walls seemed to close in, and reality itself warped under the entity's control. With unwavering resolve, Alex performed a counter-ritual, channeling the artifact's energy to disrupt the malevolent force's plans. The mansion trembled as the entity fought back, but Officer Bennett's determination prevailed. The paranormal energy dissipated, leaving behind a quiet stillness. As dawn broke, Evercrest once again bore witness to the aftermath of a supernatural struggle. Officer Alex Bennett, marked by his encounters with the unknown, patrolled the city with newfound vigilance. The anonymous letters had ceased, and the malevolent force's influence had waned. The haunted mansion, now a relic of Evercrest's supernatural history, stood as a silent testament to the challenges faced by those who sought to protect the city from the shadows. Officer Bennett, forever changed by his experiences, continued to patrol the streets, knowing that the boundary between the mundane and the paranormal was never truly secure. The whispers of the Midnight Caller had faded, but the city remained eternally watchful. Spectral Pursuit. In the city of Westbrook, Detective Sarah Mitchell found herself immersed in an unsolved case that defied explanation. A series of bizarre murders bore an eerie pattern, leading Sarah to suspect a supernatural influence at play. The victims, seemingly chosen at random, all displayed a mysterious symbol etched onto their skin. As Sarah delved deeper into the case, she stumbled upon an old journal detailing Westbrook's dark history. The symbol matched those associated with a long-forgotten cult that had practiced forbidden rituals in the city decades ago. The cult's malevolent legacy seemed to have resurfaced, leaving a trail of spectral chaos. Late one night, as Detective Mitchell sifted through case files, an otherworldly figure materialized in her office. A spectral entity, bearing the insignia of the cult, issued a chilling warning about an impending supernatural reckoning. Determined to unravel the truth, Sarah followed the spectral trail through Westbrook's dimly lit alleys. The city, shrouded in an unnatural mist, bore witness to a surge in paranormal activity. Detective Mitchell, guided by the whispers of the spirits, discovered a hidden portal leading to a spectral realm intertwined with Westbrook's reality. A malevolent force, unleashed by the cult's dark rituals, sought to break through and wreak havoc on the living. Sarah, facing a perilous journey between worlds, enlisted the help of a retired paranormal investigator, an expert in crossing the boundaries of the supernatural. Together, they traversed the spectral realm, encountering tormented spirits and echoes of the cult's sinister ceremonies. The malevolent force, aware of their pursuit, unleashed spectral entities to deter their progress. In the heart of the spectral realm, Detective Mitchell confronted the leader of the cult, now a formidable spectral entity wielding dark powers. The malevolent force sought to bridge the gap between the spectral and the living, threatening to unleash chaos upon Westbrook. As the climactic battle unfolded, the spectral leader taunted Sarah with visions of her deepest fears. With unyielding determination, Detective Mitchell harnessed the knowledge from the old journal and an ancient amulet she had discovered in her investigation. The amulet, a relic infused with protective energies, became her key to sealing the portal and banishing the malevolent force back to the spectral realm. In a blinding surge of ethereal energy, the portal closed, and Westbrook's streets returned to a haunting calm. Detective Sarah Mitchell, exhausted but triumphant, stood in the aftermath of her spectral pursuit. The city, spared from the impending supernatural reckoning, bore the scars of its encounter with the paranormal. As Detective Mitchell resumed her duties, she couldn't shake the feeling that the spectral forces she had encountered were merely a glimpse into Westbrook's haunted history. The unsolved case, while closed in the eyes of the living, left lingering questions about the city's connection to the supernatural, a reminder that some mysteries transcended the boundaries of the earthly realm.